And so you launched Learn, that was in 2018, right?
Yes, yes.
Will you tell us a little bit about what sort of drove you to start that as a, program organization? Explain what it is a little bit, I think, and then.
Yeah, Learn was definitely not on my plans. It was not something that I was going to do. For me, I was going to be a parliamentarian who's going to run for parliament and become like important political person. I wanted to be one of those people who talk in like big crowds and stuff. And then my dad saw me as a diplomat, which was like weirdest thing. Like I'm not a diplomat at all. But so Learn sort of came into this place when I met my cousin for the first time when I was in Afghanistan in Kandahar. And the first interaction I had with my own blood and family was me meeting my cousin. And she is sort of shy and she goes back and forth, and in the morning she comes and I'm supposed to go to meet the president because I'm in this huge MUN conference, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm going to meet the ex-president per se. So like I'm sort of showing up, and then she comes and she shows me these sort of books and stuff, and she's like, I learned too, and I'm like, oh, that is so nice. And my head like, okay, probably there are schools in this country, in this district, and mind you, these are people who are internally displaced people. So my family was internally displaced from Maruf to Spin Boldak because of the war, and the Taliban had already taken the district hostage, so they had to move to another border district. And I'm like, oh, okay, she probably goes to school, that's why. And I'm like talking to her, and she's like, no, I don't. Her niece and her nephew came every Thursdays and Fridays and would teach her everything, and then she would repeat it until next Friday. And that's how she had learned English and some of like, Perso and Dari and some science subjects and everything. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was so intrigued, and I was like, I'm gonna let's do something. Let's get you into a school. And throughout the year, I helped her, I get her everything. We get her into school. We find the whole family. We get her to the city. So the district didn't have school, so the whole family moves to the city. We get her into school, and then she calls me in a week and she's like, I cannot do this. I don't want to go to school. I'm like, how dare you? Like, I'm so furious. I'm like, how dare you? And she's like, I don't want to. But then when I talked to her, I understood that she was not welcomed in that school because she was the kid who had learned on her own. She didn't know how to manage time. She didn't know how to interact with other students. And she didn't even know how to learn at that pace where teacher is teaching you.
How old was she at that point?
She was 16, I think. She was older. So we were both in the same age group. And I went to the school and I talked to her, and I was like, oh, I know better, so I'm going to talk to the teacher and I'm going to keep them straight. So I go to the school and talk to the teacher, and the teachers are like, we're at full capacity. And I don't blame them now that I reflect on it. Like, they're like, we're at full capacity. We're only 17 schools in this whole province. And this is in 17-18 district province, And we get people from all over, but we can only take students who are like, who are already here, who have already been here. And that sort of like triggered the whole learn thing. And I was like, I went to my dad, I was like, I need money. You need to give me money, loan it to me. I'm going to pay you back. But I need to